Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting installment of Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene, well, where it is the fallen angels tread, can it be that madness, depravity, the very act of hell are far behind? These are what we must ponder, for now, for the first time in what seems forever, those same beings, who many would say turn their backs on God, now walk free the streets, the city of Dublin. Once protected and sanctified, now no longer. Now it is the damned walk amongst the living, the wolves amongst the sheep. All of the collective here, this is an interesting day. One way or another, it is the first day of your time here in the city proper, no matter where you've come from, no matter where you are. This is the first day within Dublin's fair city. The tall grey stone bricks, the bohemian scents, the Liffey River that bisects it like a worming brown snake. However, all of you walk different roads, different paths, different thoroughfares. You walk, placing one foot in front of another, seeing what sights you will with each passing moment. However, it doesn't matter where you are in the city, whether you're in a far-flung residential district, whether you're whether you're in a far-flung residential district, in the heart of the city, in one of the art and bohemian-ridden centers of hippie culture or hipster culture, not hippie culture. I'm pretty sure we don't know what hippies are in this country. Damn beatniks. Um, where was I? I completely lost my train of thought. Yes. You will all turn a corner, walking as you will, regardless where you are in the city. But as you turn the corner, you will find yourself stood in a narrow, cobbled street. You can hear the bustle of the city not far from you. You can hear it pitter-pattering away. But in front of you, you will see a rather shabby-looking bookstore. Once again, this could be entirely alien to you. You could have been in an area of the city that looks nothing like this, but turn a corner and this is where the path has led you. At one point, you assumed that the name of the bookstore would have been above the door. However, it appears to have been lost under grime, dirt, dust, that ilk. The windows are cracked and shabby looking. You can vaguely see the pentagram denoted on the door, and you can vaguely make out the word occult and antiques written in shabby, shabby golden lettering. But you will all be gathered here as individuals. I will give you each a chance to describe your characters before you will start interacting. Nice and simple. Let's just throw them into the bonfire. So we shall go right to left on my screen. We shall start off with excuse me. We shall start off with Nick Stark, who is the first on my screen, left or right.
Nick Stark, for his part, he kind of just looks like, you're just your average weedy looking, maybe even skittish looking by the rather crazy-eyed, somewhat crazy eyes that he has. He looks just generally kind of boringly ordinary. Though, they always say that appearances are deceptive.
All right. Next on my list, we have Joey. I'm not going to lie, with the font, I can't read the name. I'm reading that as Asmael, but that's how I'm reading it.
That's correct.
Haha! I'm not made of blind.
So, Asmaniel is a very ordinary-looking man in a trench coat. walking down the street towards this bookstore. He's got nothing really that defining about him. He's just a very ordinary man in a trench coat.
Okay. Next we have Quincy. On the side note, whenever I read the name Quincy, I'm reminded of Quincy P. Morris from Dracula, and I get sad.
It was a callback, but thank you for catching it. With that, Quincy, a very attractive male, very to do, an individual that looks very put together, very sharp, very alert. Seems to be looking at this new world with confused eyes, expectant eyes, as his eyes dart from left to right, right to left, up, down. Noticing things, feelings, emotions almost colliding and tumbling on top of each other. He just sort of looks in this very alien stare, just looking forward at the bookstore.
Excellent. Next on my list for introductions, we have my own imminent death, clearly. Next we have I'm Kirill? Kirill? I feel like I should know this name, but I don't.
Yeah, it's
So-
fine. It's Kirill. Kirill. It's fine. Kirill O'Quinn. Well, yeah, the gentleman you see before you is looking quite confident of himself as he's walking down the street, in his own way, arrogantly looking down on people, feeling powerful. No reason why. He looks not particularly. He looks a bit disheveled for people who really look at brands and stuff. Still, he looks like a man without a care in the world. He's wearing simple jeans, a hoodie, then a jacket over it. He's just looking like he couldn't give a shit where he is. However, when he looks at the bookstore, he kind of holds up his nose. That's not definitely not places that he normally would hang out.
Next we have the duo. So I will eventually stop dying. So yes, we have Brian and Moira. So Brian, you're first.
So Brian would come around the corner. He'd be wearing a pretty plain t-shirt and jeans with a cigarette in his mouth. He's fairly average looking, other than the fact that he's got pretty decent muscles. Like, he clearly does a lot of physical activity. And he's got tattoos all the way from his head to his neck, his arms, even further if you could actually see through his clothes. But as soon as he comes around the corner, pauses for a moment, looks around, takes a cigarette out of his mouth and go, "Yep, not in Kansas anymore."
May I know if there is any gang symbols among your tattoos? Something that would stand out? Thanks.
No gang symbols on the tattoos.
Generically tribal is how I would describe them.
Yeah.
All right, now we have Moira.
Moira comes around the corner and I guess runs probably smack into somebody and like looks up from the sandwich that she was busily cramming in her mouth. She looks like she was on lunch break and kind of stops and like it digs around in her, starts looking for a map in her what do you call it, in her pocket, thinking that she got herself lost.
Okay. And last but certainly not least, we have Celia.
Celia, for her part, is also walking down the same, well, not the same path, but ending up in the same place as everyone else. She, on the other hand, is well, she's fair. No, she isn't like Justin Bieber famous, but she's generally known in the area. She's up and coming as an artist, and she's been having a good career. There is something about her. What's it called in English? Her charisma. I think there's something about the aura surrounding her that just makes you want to go. Oh, maybe it makes you want to approach her and trust in her. There's a kind of a special thing about her. And she smiles as she enters the establishment and
None of you have
takes a
entered
look
the
around together.
establishment. No, we're all stood outside.
sorry.
The doors closed.
Oh, sorry. Well, she'll give like nods, smiling nods, and so seems we've all been let here.
Where's here?
That's a good question.
You may all feel free to roleplay amongst yourselves. I can go make a cup of tea.
Sure.
Brian
Yeah.
will actually take the figure it out. So, anyone know where here is?
My office?
I'm walking towards the door of the bookstore. It seems to be the only thing that we have in common. It's ending up at this place. So I'm ignoring the people so far. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I am by myself first.
His eyes shift from left to right, right to left, up, down, constantly touching, feeling himself, as almost as if he's not quite sure where, what, or if, or when this is. Sort of going through the motions, noticing as the minutes and time go by, the things that he feels he wasn't privy to before, and noticing the shrapnels, the pieces of piercings as he touches his face, not quite sure where, what, or if, or when, and the confusion quite evident on his face. And for the first time in a while, he get glassy as he sort of looks around, expectantly looking for someone. He keeps turning around, almost as a dog following his tail.
If nobody is making a move to go inside the bookstore, I will.
No, I at the moment my character is standing in front of the door, trying to look in. Yeah, trying to figure out where he is from his surroundings. So you'll have to ask my character if he would like move away from the door if you want to go in.
That's fine. Do you mind if I go in? I really, really, really have to get back to work. My Like, I know that I've got to already be 15 minutes late. Please, I need to ask whoever runs this place where I am so I can get back to the office. Please.
Okay, so Kirill looks at you with a bit of a surprise, bit of shock, like you would talk to him, and then he's like, he'll grab the door and open it for you so you can get in.
Thank you.
So, as an out-of-character note, we lost the person who started the scene. So the scene is
Yes.
probably...
The scene's still live though, so we're good in that regard.
Yeah. Keep it going until he returns. Much like our characters, keep it going until Lucifer returns.
Yes.
What are we
Well,
supposed
only if you're a Luciferian.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I'm not. So how about them Cowboys? I'm kidding.
They suck just like every year.
Not as much as the Red Sox.
Well, I mean, they kind of have it in the name. I mean, they kind of have it in the name, Red Sox.
Yes.
But
By the way, this is the perfect picture to represent the cryptics.
So as she gets in,
I'm not apologizing.
as she gets in, Kirill will definitely look around the corner to see what kind of store it is to begin with. Since normally he's not a big fan of bookstores, but simply being here, away from the suburbs that he's used to, he wants to go investigate a little bit more.
Celia looks around for her part as well. We must all have been brought here for a purpose, but by whom?
Like, what, to get me fired? They told me if I'm late again, like, this is it. Like,
The real question is, I wonder who's going to con the Liger, because that's going to be one really upset Liger that it's not going to be getting its food on time.
Nick, for his part, he's just going to look. Sorry, carry on.
I don't have a Liger. I was going to go get the food to feed the Liger at the
Hooray!
shelter.
Hooray.
Come on.
Pardon?
I didn't catch that either.
oh, that's why it's not sucking more juice in it. It has a teeny tiny tank. I don't like it.
There we go. Sorry about that. Apparently, I closed my computer screen or my laptop screen accidentally when I left the room.
Now that was silly.
Yes. Okay. My apologies. It is at this moment, regardless where you are in the conversation, that the door to the bookstore must slowly creak open.
Sorry, several of us had indicated that we already wanted to go inside. Sorry.
When the door opens, Celia immediately, her head turns towards the door opening on its own. Interesting. Well, she looks at everyone. It seems that we won inside, brothers and sisters. Let's go on in.
Hey, Evan, I'd like to make a roll for wilderness sense. Just because I'd like to know where I am. That's okay. difficulty for wilderness sense in an urban setting is if 8. Wow, 3 successes. I love that. 8, 10, 10. Can I get those rolls for the rest of the night?
You do know you jinxed it now, right?
Right.
Hmm.
When the first roll of the night is an 8, 10, 10. God dang it. Evan. Why? Hey, Evan. Can you talk?
I hate to say it, but it looks like Evan's internet is. Oh god, look at this.
There's now multiple Evans. It's even worse.
Yeah, one was bad enough.
But can either Evan talk?
Apparently not.
Clone
And
Wars, the
this
Evan
scene
edition.
started so well, didn't it? I say that.
Well, that gives me enough time to go find the roller because for some reason I didn't go on there because I'm silly.
Are you using Discord?
I am now.
Seven, are you alive?
Alive, undead, possessed?
Good question. There's still copies of him. Oh, we
Yeah.
lost a copy.
We lost one.
We lost
And
both.
But what about second Evan?
Okay, so both were goats. Okay. Evan is apparently having
If things don't improve, I may have to kill some dead air by reading this new copy of John Milton's Paradise Lost, along with Paradise Regained.
I haven't read that.
Yeah.
I haven't either, but I have heard that. Well, Demon the Fallen was actually inspired by this. Well, the
Ooh.
first book anyway.
Are we still in character or not? I guess not.
Well,
Well, obviously not because we don't have a storyteller to tell the story.
Oh, did he die again? I thought he came back.
He came back and died, and came back and died, and came back and died. I mean,
Oh.
I can always read the Divine Comedy.
I might have Dune in my car.
Well, if you have a dune in your car, that must be a lot of trouble to clean. Okay. I guess dune sand, you know. Okay. Anyway.
Explaining a joke makes it so much better.
you know, what I find particularly interesting about Paradise Lost
Hmm?
is it was written in 19. Sorry, not 19. Six. Man,
But is it a real Evan?
yeah, it was written in the 17th century. That's basically what I was going to say, but yeah.
Evan, you think you can continue, or do you need to wait for a little stabilization?
I'm not sure he's actually here.
I think it's just a ghost Evan.
Yeah.
Me neither, but it never hurts to try.
Fair. I think I'm gonna step outside for a cigarette while this.
Okay.
Yes.
If Evan returns, I will
Evans.
get you.
Yes, it is cancer time.
You're going to be doing what my character's doing.
Fuck. My cigarettes are in the car.
At least the car is here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you could go get your cigarettes. That way you have them. for the next time he dies.
It's cold outside.
Oh, that's true. I've got a heavy jacket I can lend you.
That does not help my legs.
I've got a cloak I can lend you.
Where are y'all from?
A bit of everywhere. I think I'm Danish. Jason's British.
Yeah, I'm British,
Jesse's
so-
Dutch.
Yeah. I know I don't look British, but I am. I blame my dad.
I know I don't look Dutch. That's because it's true.
Yeah, because that's not your actual face.
Oh.
Who is that, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Cyril Murphy. Cyril Murphy. He is a Irish actor.
Oh, I thought I recognised him.
I think I've seen that dude before, but I can't place him.
Peaky Blinders, mate. Peaky Blinders.
Mm.
And if you don't know, well, I can't tell you. I can't help you.
No. One of those faces you see like in some random cameo, I guess.
Could be. Well,
Both of us are from the United States, so you know.
Okay.
yeah, we kind of figured. What? No, I'm not kidding. I can hear it from the accent.
Yeah.
It's not even particularly bad tonight.
Yeah, it gets a whole lot worse.
When I
It does?
drink, I sound like I am from Alabama. It's very unfortunate.
Talking like this, something like that.
It's
Oh, no.
much, much worse than that, sweetie.
Yeah, the Alabama drawl is it's.
To me, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
No, like I don't know. The place that where we're from is also tends to be regarded as being rather backwater.
Yeah, I mean it is Arkansas.
It's the buckle of the Bible Belt.
Oh right. Oh boy. Isn't that what everyone says there? That they are the buckle of the Bible Belt.
Yeah, but Arkansas is the only one that's actually shaped like a buckle.
Yeah, because